Welcome to the Windows Computer and Technology channel, and we've had, of course, some suggestions that for Windows 12, it is possible that in the minimum requirements, a solid-state drive will be the absolute minimum requirement. And it's interesting because it's got some people ranting at why this minimum requirement. Well, I'm sorry, but an SSD drive today is so inexpensive and is and should be an absolute minimum requirement. That I got no problem with. I mean, hard drives, magnetic hard drives, are great for storage. If you want to have a lot of space and store files, okay. But to run Windows and to run an operating system, solid state drives are the way to go. And most PCs today have solid state drives. You shouldn't buy a computer that doesn't have an SSD today. And it's understandable. The speed difference is so amazing that it makes a huge difference in the performance of your computer. So with Windows 12 and having AI and all sorts of new features, being a little more cloud driven in certain aspects, I think by forcing people to have an SSD to go there, it's simple. It's just to make sure that the Windows operating system is going to run really smooth. Once again, there's such a huge difference in performance when you have an SSD. And even if, your computer came with a magnetic hard drive, today's modern computers, most of them have M.2 NVMe SSD slots. You can actually have or add an SSD in the PC itself. For the most part, I had an Acer Nitro here that was purchased with a original magnetic hard drive, which gave it terrible performance. And I actually removed that and put an SSD in it, and now it's a really fast computer. It just is amazing. So, the minimum requirements, I have no problem with that. If there is a minimum, because, there's a lot of minimum requirements. You're like, yeah, okay. I get it when people are like, well, why ask for TPM when it's not really used much and stuff like that. Yeah, I get it. And, that could be an optional thing. It could be, well, if you use these features, you should have a TPM chip or TPM on your PC. But if you don't use them, you don't need it. That is obviously some of the minimum requirements that are like, yeah, okay. But an SSD, that one, I hope Microsoft sticks with that minimum requirement. I mean, a solid state drive is the way to go today. If you enjoy my videos, please subscribe, give us thumbs up. Thank you for watching.